I love Craigslist Misconnections. I go on it all the time. It's basically a platform for people to anonymously try to make contact with someone, whether it's someone they know, a stranger on the street. On any given day, there's hundreds and hundreds of posts.
I was on my way to work and I was really upset, so I was crying and I was standing on the platform waiting for the G train. And I didn't really notice anyone around me until I got on the train. Then I sat down and I saw someone kind of just like catching my eye contact, but I don't know, not looking at me in any kind of like judgmental way because I had like tears streaming down my face. I noticed other people look at me because it's rare to see someone crying on the train, but they were kind of like very uncomfortable, and he was just kind of like looking into my eyes, kind of like to let me, it seemed like he was trying to let me know that it was okay. Like he definitely had a message that he wanted to send.
It was just like a moment, you know. It was just a moment of like just feeling connected to another person. He just had very soulful eyes, I guess, and I just felt we just had. I felt like we saw each other. That sounds really corny. He seemed kind of intense. By that I mean he just looked kind of. So he had soulful eyes, but they also looked a little bit crazy. Like he had kind of crazy eyes. Like they were like, I don't know. There was just a lot of substance in his facial expression. Then I was trying to figure out whether or not I should go up and say something, and then I thought like maybe I'm just imagining it, and so I went in the train and left. So, yeah. I live in New York City. It's sort of like for a city like that's this big, I think we feel lonely a lot, and we feel alone in a crowd of millions of people, you know. Generally, people have headphones in, or they're reading. Almost everyone's on their iPhones.
Everyone is in their own bubble, and they don't really make eye contact, and if they do, it's kind of like, what do you want?
So when you do feel like connected to another person, it feels, it's not normal. I also see, and there's a lot of people that just seem really sad. Like it seems like nothing really happened in reality, but they really, like someone made eye contact with them, and so they felt like, they had this like crazy thing with it's usually a man to a woman saying this, and I read them and I think like this girl just like looked at you, you know, and you're completely into it to being like, you know, this girl wants to sleep with you or like is in love with you or whatever, when really it's just like she just made eye contact with some guy.
It's like, I understand those fantasies because I feel like they're human and we all have them at some point, but then it is very unsettling to think that like you're on the train and maybe like 4 or 5 different guys have some scenario going on in their head that is totally sexual and involving you. It almost feels like a violation. Like even though it's not physically, it is mentally.
I've gotten some responses, none of them from the guy, but yeah, people saying like, I'm not the guy, but I'll talk to you if you want.
I've gotten people saying, I hope you're feeling better, or, you know, what was up? Like, are you okay? Do you need to talk to anyone? And people just like emailing me with their phone number and saying that I could reach out whenever. And I don't know, it was nice. Nothing creepy so far, which is what I expected, but just lots of nice people saying nice things.